I want to tell you about the background of the topic. So, the first one is, what are the toilet practice? So, toilet practice is known as the practice that humans need to do after they have finished doing their things in the toilet. Okay, within this study, we are focusing on the Malaysian community, especially the category of teenagers and adults. So, what are the importance of toilet practice? So, the first one that we want to share is to reduce the transmission of disease. In the situation of pandemic, which is COVID-19, to keep the toilet clean is really important to ensure the cases in Malaysia are decreasing. Okay, next, clean toilets will help to protect the reputation of one establishment. In this context, we can see that the clean toilet will increase one people's view towards our country. Okay, now let's move on to the next part, which is the rulers of a few useful tips to maintain toilet hygiene. So the first one is to disinfect all high-touch area. The disinfection areas include toilet flush handle, paper towel dispenser, faucets, stall locks, and many more. So the second one is to shut the lid before flush. Okay, we need to remember that every time we flush the toilets, bacteria are sprayed into the air and all the surrounding surface. That is why we need to ensure that the lid always has been shut before we flush. In addition, we should to ventilate the toilet. Okay, the air in the toilet need to be opened and fresh to reduce the level of humidity in the room, and always check that the ventilation system is working properly without any interference. The last tip that we want to share is to clean the toilet brushes. Okay, when we want to clean the toilet, of course, we will use the toilet brushes. Thus, we need to remember to clean it because the bacteria can spread through it if not being cleaned after every use.
Toilet is a place where people let out the toxins from the body through urination and defecation. Generally, we know that there are two common types of toilet that can be found, which is the water flush toilet bowls and the seats. So, toilet can be divided into two genders, which is the males and the females. They also provided a special design toilet for the disabled people to ease their burden in using the toilet every day. We can also relate this topic with the Sustainable Development Goals, which is the sixth goal, clean water and sanitation. In the sixth goal, we have the right to demand a secure facility and clean environment for the sake of our health and safety in using the toilet. Second Sustainable Development Goals that can be associated with this topic is the 11 goals, which refers to sustainable cities and communities. This goal refers to ensuring the cities and human settlements to be inclusive and long-lasting is vital in obtaining a better world. In this study, we will be discussing on two serious issues, which is the faulty toilet facilities and the toilet hygiene.
I would like to present about objective of this project. The first one is to identify toilets practice problems in Malaysia, and the second one is to discuss the factor of the poor practice of toilet among Malaysian society, and the last one is to propose an effective solution for poor practice of toilet in Malaysia.
So next, I will explain about the significance of this project. One of the significance that we can see in this project is to cultivate a good behavior among society, especially in keeping our toilets clean. Because prioritizing cleanliness in our life can be considered as a good manner and discipline, toilet practice can contribute to the formation of a virtuous society among Malaysians if we all work together to keep our toilet clean. Another reason why this project is very important to the Malaysians is because it allows us to keep our surroundings clean and hygienic by applying toilet practices in our society. Most of us are aware that using a dirty restroom can give us negative consequences for our health, including the spread of the contagious disease. Next, this project can also teach the Malaysians to be more responsible by keeping our toilets clean for other people use. We all share a civic responsibility to maintain our public facilities in a good condition, clean and safe, because we all live in the same country. Toilet practices can also teach Malaysians on how to care about our public toilets, as well as raising awareness on the necessity of performing our civic responsibilities. Last but not least, toilet practices is also essential for all Malaysians because it can show a good impression for other countries on how good our society in maintaining cleanliness. Apart from improving various places to visit so that we can attract more tourists to our country, we should also improve the cleanliness of our public places, especially our public toilets, so that tourists will regard our country for providing clean and complete facilities.
There is a lot of issues happening in public toilet among Malaysian society. The first one is vandalism. We could see that vandalism always happens by irresponsible users scratching walls and toilet door with bad words, pictures and symbols. They also violently use a tap until it is disconnected and also pull the flush drain too hard until it is pulled out. Next is water waste in every public toilet. We can see water waste always happen when users do not close the water tap in the sink or toilet tightly and it will drip. Moreover, loose pipe rubber in toilet also cause water waste. The most crucial issue of the toilet practice is dirty and smelly toilets and sink. This is because maybe they forgot to flush the toilet after use and always let the toilet or sink be filled with clear dirt such as vomit and not rinse after using, so it will create a very unpleasant odor for other users. Furthermore, in Malaysian society, we could see clogged toilet and sinks in every public toilet. This always happen in ladies' toilet that they will throw pad, panty liner or tissue into the toilet bowl or evenly distributed. Next is public toilet also have broken toilet flush so that other users cannot flush the toilet properly. Okay. Waste of toilet equipment in the toilet also make our toilet not convenient because they consume tissues and hand wash more than their own needs. As now, we could see that most of public toilets are free to enter. In Islam, we did not encourage to use something or extravagantly as wastage is the practice of the devil. Last issue is misuse of sanitary bins that obviously will happen in the ladies' toilet. This is because they usually confuse it by using a regular trash can or sanitary bins that sanitary bin should allow throwing only pads and panty liner, not other trash like tissues or plastic waste. This is because sanitary bin has antibacterial liner to protect against germs, build up and prevent animal odor from entering washroom facilities.
So there are few challenges that we may encounter in this project. First and foremost, the main challenge that we can see in our project is the lack of awareness among our society. Some Malaysians are not really aware about the toilet problems. Therefore, they only pay little attention to the cleanliness of our public toilet. In addition, the lack of manpower for toilet cleaning work also become one of the obstacles that we need to face in our project. Because there are not enough workers to clean all the public toilets, each cleaner at the public toilet has to clean a lot of them. Apart from that, the majority of Malaysians also believe that it is not their job to clean the toilet. Because of this common mentality, people will not pay much attention to public toilet hygiene because they think it is the cleaner's job as they are paid to do it. Lastly, financial crisis also become one of the obstacles in our project. Some people might not be able to buy enough equipment for toilet such as tissues and soap, or fix the broken toilet facilities such as leaking water tap and broken flush, as they did not have a strong financial support for toilets refinement. For instance, due to a lack of resources, some Malaysian schools are unable to provide a bathroom that both sufficient and comfortable for students and staff.
Following as what has been mentioned above, we bring out 3 objectives that we want to get during this project on the toilet practice within Malaysian community. Okay, the first one is we tried to identify the toilet practice problem in Malaysia. Okay, to achieve this, we have conducted a survey and distribute it through Google Form platform to Malaysian community. Based on this, we can conclude that there are 5 main problems of the toilet practice within the community in this country. So the most common one, the answer that we got is people agree that the toilet user did not flush the toilet after use and always throw away the tissue inside the toilet bowl. And the next one, the respondent choose the wastage of water as the main problem, while vandalism comes next with the percentage of 51.6%. The least problem that related with the toilet practice as seen by people is squatting on the toilet bowl.
For the next objective, which is proposing effective solution for this issue, is Most respondents suggested for inventing an automatic sensor toilet bowls that can flush by itself through the sensor. It is a great idea, but it will probably cost a lot. The second most answers is to educate people in various ways. In this context, parents, schools, the society, and the government itself each play different roles in bringing the awareness about this issue. And the last suggested solution is respondents agree that by imposing fine to people who vandalize the toilet is a good way to solve this issue. And stricter rules and regulations should be implemented to make sure that this issue be solved immediately.
So the first recommendation is public awareness raising by educating the community to raise public knowledge of toilet practices issues and mobilize widespread support and action from them. For example, public events, workshop, exhibition, campaign, advertising on radio and television, print publication, and the internet. Nowadays, people, especially the youngsters, are more attached to this social platform. Thus, this can make the raising awareness process faster than the print publication before. So the second recommendation is sanitation marketing. Sanitation marketing is similar to commercial marketing, which is easier to adapt to the situation and to influence them to follow the practices without feeling any burden. As an example, people can invent any product that can make the water be drained immediately. This is because, as a Malaysian, we cannot avoid ourselves from using water in the toilet. Therefore, the awareness will raise immediately, and at the same time, people can provide favorable conditions for business opportunities.